Hey, how's it going? Vladimir Donis here. So, hey, I'm coming to you today to talk about how to attract bookkeeping and accounting leads, right? If you happen to be catching this video live, do me a favor, hit pound live. And if you're catching the replay, do me a favor, hit pound replay. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, essentially, I offer a coaching program whereby I help bookkeepers and accountants to attract leads using Facebook and also, LinkedIn. I launched my first business back in 2015. It was a dating slash a dancing type of a website. And I had to learn the hard way that in order to make things work, I needed to know how to do marketing. So the first year in business was pretty rough because I had no idea what it is that I was doing. And then later down the line, I learned how to do lead generation, I learned how to do marketing. Things started to work out. And unfortunately, I had to let go of that business. And when I no longer had that business, I had to make a pivot, right? So I want to say back in 2017, 2018, I made a pivot. And essentially, what that pivot was is that pivot allowed me to go ahead and take my knowledge and expertise and started to share what I had learned from a lead generation and a marketing standpoint. So today, what I do is I pretty much package all of the knowledge and expertise I've acquired over the years relating to lead generation and client attraction, and I take that information and I help bookkeepers and accountants to attract leads and convert leads. So the thing that I want to talk about, today specifically is I want to talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a huge network of a whole lot of different business owners, and there's a huge number of opportunity on LinkedIn. If you are not, attracting leads, and if you don't have a lead generation process on LinkedIn, I highly encourage you to take advantage of one because there's definitely a lot of opportunity that's available to you on LinkedIn. Now, keep in mind, as it relates to lead generation and as it relates to client attraction, there's usually a three-step process. I'm only going to talk to you today about step number one, but there is a three-step process if you want to go ahead and generate any type of leads on any platform. By the way, before I forget, if you want to take advantage of one of my roadmap sessions, I offer roadmap sessions whereby we schedule a call, and the purpose of that call is for me to give you a specific roadmap that's going to help you to generate more leads on a platform such as LinkedIn, and it's customized and it's personalized to you. You can go ahead and send me a direct message with the word roadmap, and we can go ahead and get your roadmap session scheduled. All right, so lead generation and client attraction is a three-part process. The first part is you want to make sure that you have the proper positioning. So that's the first part. Once you have the proper positioning, you want to make sure that you have content. And then after you have content, you want to make sure that you have some type of a conversion process in terms of like how are you going to convert those individuals into clients. So I'm going to talk to you about today is just the positioning. And basically, what I mean is that from a positioning standpoint, there's a lot of different individuals that does the exact same thing that you do. So my question is, if someone were to come across your profile on LinkedIn right now, what would they see? I'm going to give you an example for me. If someone goes to my profile on LinkedIn right now, they will see LinkedIn lead generation for bookkeepers and accountants. I think I have close to 6,000 people that I'm connected to on LinkedIn. So what does that do for someone like me? What that does for someone like me is that if someone comes across my profile, let's just say that person is not even a bookkeeper or an accountant, if someone comes across my profile and that person knows of someone who's a bookkeeper and accountant, and they're having a conversation, and that conversation goes along the lines of, hey, I'm looking for a bookkeeper, I'm looking for someone to help me with marketing for my bookkeeping and accounting business, that person may remember me because of what is on my LinkedIn profile. So I am starting off by saying that from a positioning standpoint, you need to make sure that your profile is properly optimized. So you can go to my profile, Vladimir Donis, you can kind of just see an example of how my profile is optimized. The first thing that's optimized is a banner, right? You're in this group right now, you already know that you always have the option to put up some type of a banner. If you on your Facebook profile whatever social media profile you are on, Facebook or LinkedIn, you have the opportunity to take advantage of and create a banner. So then using that banner, what do you have on that specific banner? I'm looking at the banner for this group that you're in right now, and that banner basically says, learn how to attract bookkeeping and accounting leads using AI and ChatGPT. So that banner is very specific, and I am using that banner so that if the right type of individual comes across that banner, they will say, you know what, let me take a look. So if they're looking for lead generation and marketing strategy, and they're the right type of individual, they're going to stop and they're going to be compelled to perhaps take the next step. So, go back and look at your banner. Do you even have a banner up? And if you do have a banner up, what's on it? Is it plain? That is real estate. That is what we call virtual real estate that you can take advantage of, because your LinkedIn profile is going to get some eyeballs on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. It is already getting some eyeballs. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of that, that real estate space. So that's the first thing, your header or your banner, however you want to refer to it, make sure that that is optimized for your target market. That's thing number one. Thing number two, you have what we call an about us section almost. So when you go on LinkedIn, you show your name, and then right below your name, there is space that allows you to go ahead and write content, right? You can write whatever content you want. And I think it gives you a certain number of characters, right? It gives you maybe 150 characters, if I remember correctly. Again, that is an opportunity for you to go ahead and captivate the individuals that's the right fit for you. So mine's, with keeping consistent, mine says the exact same thing. Mine says LinkedIn lead generation for bookkeepers and accountants. So when you look at your name, right below your name, what does it say right below your name? Does it say, I am this type of business owner, and I help this type of business owner, right? Because essentially, right, you're a business owner, you have other business owners, you have other individuals. I help this type of business owner solve this problem. So that is the framework I would use if I were you. I am this type of business owner, and I help this type of business owner solve, this problem. Because again, you're getting eyeballs on a very consistent basis, and you want to be able to optimize and take advantage of that. Okay, going even a couple of steps further, or going a couple of lines further, there's even more space for you to go ahead and elaborate a little bit more about what it is that you do. So here's a framework, and here's what I would do if I were you to further take advantage of that additional space that's already been provided to you. Because keep in mind, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to do what we call stop someone from the scroll. You want to go ahead and stop the scroll. And the way that you stop the scroll is someone sees that banner and someone sees that header, and that header kind of just stops them and say, hey, wait a second. I am looking to generate leads on LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn profile, and there's not much on that LinkedIn profile. So, by them seeing that optimized heading, what it does is that it offers them, do you suggest creating a separate account for your business on LinkedIn? No, I don't suggest you create a separate account for your business on LinkedIn. You already have a LinkedIn account, and by you already having a LinkedIn account, just optimize that. There's no reason for you to have a separate account. And the reason for that is that my guess is, even if you my guess is you probably already have even a couple of hundred people that you're connected with on LinkedIn. You want to go ahead and build on what you already have. Now, there's some other things that you need to do from a content standpoint, but that's not the purpose of this video. This video, I only want to talk about just your LinkedIn profile and how to optimize it. So to answer your question, I would not create a separate one. I would go ahead and build on whatever you already have. Okay? So, just to continue, right, we have optimized, we've used our header, we've used our banner to basically stop the scroll, stop someone who is browsing to say, you know what, this is a service, and this is something that I am looking for. Keanu, let me know if that makes sense. If you want me to elaborate, you can go ahead and just type if you want me to elaborate on that. All right. So essentially, that person someone's, browsing by. You're welcome. Someone's browsing, and essentially they saw your banner, and your banner is optimized. They're going to stop. Right. So now that they stop, you have the opportunity to continue the dialogue with them. They're going to start to look at your profile a little bit more closer. They're going to look at the content that's right below your name, and that gives you, give or take, about 150 characters. And then a couple of lines below that, you have the opportunity to write up to 2,500, characters. So here's where you can elaborate a little bit more. You can say, here's a framework that you can use. You want to go ahead and start off by saying, what is it that you do, right? And then outline what it is that you do. So for mine's, when you look at what it is that I do, I start off with a statement, and that statement says, what is it that I do? I say, I help bookkeepers and accountants generate leads on LinkedIn through my coaching program. So for you, what is it that you do? Because again, you've captivated someone's attention. They're going to continue they're going to continue to read. After I put, after what it is that you do, can you share your LinkedIn profile, please? Yeah. So what I'll do is, let me see if I can bring it up now. Give me one moment. I can put it in the message. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull it up right now. My LinkedIn profile. All right. So I'm getting that information now. I'm putting it in here right now. Let me go to the live, and then I can just add it. I don't see the live video right now. Maybe I do see it. Hold on. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't see the live video now on my laptop. But what I'll do is I'll put my LinkedIn profile in there. I'll go ahead and do that. I don't see it right now. But I'm looking at my LinkedIn profile right now. When I look at my LinkedIn profile, to be able to take advantage of that 2,500 character they give me, I talked about what it is that I do. The next thing that I do is I talk about what makes me different. So I literally type the word what makes me different. Everyone is unique. You have a story. There's something that makes you different. The thing that makes me different, right. So the thing that makes me different is that I talk about how did I become, or how did I get into business, right? And I started off by talking about that at the beginning of this live. I launched my first business back in 2015. It was a dating/dancing type of a website. And I quickly realized that I needed to learn how to do lead generation and marketing in order for my business to work. So, when I no longer had that business, one of the things that I had to do is I had to pivot myself to start to go into the coaching industry. And I now compile and take all of this information, and I use all of this information to serve my current audience. So just basically talk about your journey. What made you start? Why did you start in business? Because you have other means of earning a living. You can be working for someone, and there's other things that you can do. Why did you choose this profession? And just let us know, why did you get started and what makes you unique? You are unique. All of us are unique. And then the next thing I have on here is I say, need help with getting leads. I give them what we call a call to action, because they've gone this far. They've stopped based on my banner. They read my about us section, my about me section. Now they know exactly what I do. I give them a call to action. I say, hey, do you need help with booking leads, with getting leads on LinkedIn? You can go ahead and book a call, and I give them my call calendar to go ahead and book a call. And the final thing that I have is I have something that pretty much outlines my reviews. I say, hey, would you like to? I say reviews from prior clients, and I give them a link to my website. So that's essentially, the framework that I have for my LinkedIn profile that allows me to go ahead and optimize my profile. So again, I'll share my LinkedIn profile in the comments, because I just can't find the video right now, but I'm sure once I'm done with this live, the video will probably pop up. All right. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to type them in the comments. I can definitely come back and answer any questions that you have. If you'd like to take advantage of one of my roadmap sessions, I offer roadmap sessions whereby we can outline a specific plan that's designed for you, and you can do that by sending me a DM with the word roadmap, and we can give you a roadmap that's specific to you and that's specific to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great strategy. I use LinkedIn as part of my coaching program. So when I work with bookkeepers and accountants, we use LinkedIn because LinkedIn gives us the opportunity to connect with a lot of different business owners. I mean, so does Facebook. So we use a combination of Facebook and LinkedIn, but LinkedIn definitely does have a lot of low-hanging, fruits per se. So if that's something that you're interested in, we can definitely, schedule a call and have a discussion. Pound live if you're live. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Pound replay if you're catching a replay. Again, this is step 1 of a 3-part process if you want to generate leads on LinkedIn and get clients, right? It's not just about having an optimized profile. That's just step 1 of a couple of different steps. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you for now. You have questions for me, type them in the comments. Even if you're watching this after the fact, I can come back and answer your questions. If you want to schedule your roadmap session, send me a DM with the word roadmap, and we can go ahead and get you scheduled. All right, that's it. That's all I have for now. I'll talk to you soon.